Good morning, everybody. This is Jackie Green from the Pittsburgh Senior Center on the Chatham County Council on Aging. We are doing our Strong and Fit class. I am already starting to march in place so that you can do this either sitting or standing. I do want to make sure that if you are a fall risk, to please make sure you remain seated since you're doing this remotely from me. Always be careful. Make sure that you're not doing more than you should. You should always be able to breathe. If you're finding that you're gasping, you need to ease up a little bit. Either not do arms and legs, so you would do arms or legs and not both. You should be able to talk. If you can't talk, you're doing too much. If you find that you're not getting enough exertion, then add in a little bit of extra. That can be both arms and legs. It can be not both legs at the same time. We're not jumping. Just saying. Okay? Or you can lift things a little higher. That helps elevate the heart rate. And in this class, it's especially important not to be standing for full risk. All right, and you should never experience pain. If you do something that you experience pain, you need to stop right away. We can then adjust how you're doing it, but we don't want anybody to be in pain. So we're going to march in place. And the reason we're going to march in place, and you can either do this sitting or like I can do this sitting or standing. I feel like I'm far away. So we're going to march in place. And part of what that does for us is it allows us to get the juices flowing in our joints. And that's good because it's like the oil for the Tin Man. So let's put our arms in and let our arms move as well. So we're marching with arms and feet. This helps get our heart rate up. The warm-up also helps us be able to tell our heart, you know what, we're getting ready to do something. So I need you to go along with me, and we're going to work you out a little bit. And the heart says, okay, I'm ready. You didn't know your heart talked to you like that, did you? All right. Well, we're going to do a different kind of joint check warm-up since we got a little bit of the juices flowing. I'm going to come up a little closer because this is going to be kind of funky, what we're doing. Okay? So today, we are going to paint to get our joints warmed up. Okay, so we're going to start with our hands, and we're going to dip our hands in some paint cans, and we're just going to paint in the sky. You can make rainbows if you want. We need some rainbows. We need different colors. You can dip down in the paint and get some different colors. And we're going to paint the sky. What's your favorite color?
Red.
I hear red. Mine is purple.
Green.
How many of you like yellow?
Yes. Me too.
Yes.
Blue.
How about blue?
Blue.
Yay, blue.
Blue.
Some people don't like blue because it belongs to different schools. All right. So just kind of move all over the place. Now, we've been painting with our hands. This time we're going to paint with our elbows. Okay? So paint with your elbows. Go all over the place. I bet you've never painted with your elbows now, have you?
Jackie, have you?
I haven't. We may have to try it someday. All right, now we're going to paint with our shoulders. Let's paint with our left shoulder. Paint all over the place with your left shoulder. Okay? Now you'll notice it's getting everything loosened up, isn't it? Now let's paint with our right shoulder. I don't know, my design's looking pretty good. What about yours? All right, now we're gonna paint with our feet. So if you're standing, I want you to hold on to something. And we're gonna pick up one foot and we're gonna paint with one foot. If you're fall risk, please be seated as you do this. Sorry, you can't see my foot very well. I'm even sitting in front of, maybe I should turn this way. There we go. Woo! I won't even kick the plant. All right, so we're painting with our foot. Let's paint with the other foot. Woo! Have it go all over the place. All right, let's do circles with our toes. Let's make O's in the sky with our paint. And then go the other way. All right, now we're going to paint with our knees. So go ahead and bend your knees and paint with your knee. This is a really good exercise because it's making you focus on a particular body part and move it in all different directions. I like what Pat's doing. Pat's doing both an arm and a leg at the same time. Let's switch to the right leg. Right knee. Can you do right knee and left arm? Ooh, that's tricky now, isn't it? All right. Woo! I don't know about you, but that warmed me up. Here we go. And if you were to look at your brain, let's go back to a march now. If you were to look at your brain in a brain scan right now, it would be lighting up in all different colors because you have just stimulated your brain in all different ways. Let's wiggle our fingers. Okay? Play the piano. How about if we go up and down at the same time on the piano keyboard? Usually we go one direction. Let's be dramatic today. All right, let's play some drums. Did you see the Rolling Stones on the TV show the other night where the drummer was drumming and really didn't have drums in front of him?
Yeah.
He had air drums.
He had air drums, that's right. And he still had his rhythm, and he was as happy as could be. All right, let's play the bongos. Wow, these are the quietest bongos I've ever heard. All right, very good. All right, let's roll our shoulders back. Now, just tell me how you feel differently than when we started this morning.
Feels better.
Well, how does it feel better?
It's you loosened up. You loosened up. You're not as stiff.
Not as stiff. Do you notice your mood has already changed?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing just how powerful that is?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with our chin tuck. I'm gonna come up a little closer. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. So you're gonna put your finger on the edge of your chin. Your thumb is on your chest.
Okay.
Your hand does not move, it's your chin that moves, okay? So I'm gonna pull my chin back away from my finger, but my hand has not moved. And then I'm gonna relax it. So I'm gonna pull it back and relax it. Now it's really attractive because when you do that, you get a double chin. And don't we all want a double or a triple chin?
I don't have to pull it back to get a double chin.
Well, see, we can laugh about it. That's the good part about it. Now, when we do this, what we're doing is we're strengthening the muscles in the back of our neck and the back of our shoulders, okay, which is really important to do. This helps us maintain our head in an upright position instead of it curving down, okay? So that's why that's important. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do the shoulder blade pinch. So we're gonna put our arms into goalpost. You're gonna try to have your arms parallel to the ground, right? So I don't have them down here. I don't have them up here. My arms are parallel. And now I'm gonna I'm gonna pull my elbows back and squeeze my shoulder blades together. Okay, now we're gonna exhale and bring our arms forward. Now go back a little bit farther if you can. Inhale. Because your arms are apart, you can fill your chest. Exhale and push all that air out. Inhale and pull them out. Exhale and pull them together. Inhale and pull them out. Exhale and get rid of all that air. Inhale and pull them out. Exhale and pull them together. One more time. Inhale and pull them out. Exhale and pull them together. Now, bring your arms down, rest them, and roll them. Because you probably feel it in your shoulders right now because you've held your arms up for so long. Okay, let me pull this up a little bit. So now we're gonna take and we're gonna reach our arms up. Now, if your shoulders are sore, you can bring them up out in front of you just to where you're comfortable, but we're gonna try to get them all the way up over our head, okay? And as we do that, we're gonna reach up with our left shoulder and reach that hand up as far as you can. And then bring up the right shoulder, okay? Now, when you do the left shoulder, see if you can lift your hip off the chair and down. And then reach up as far as you can with your right. Keep going. Let's count. 3,
4,
4,
5,
5. This works balance as well. 6. Now let's kind of change it up, okay? Now let's bring up our left arm and our right hip. And we're kind of crunching in the middle here. Let's go the other way. We're working on coordination. Or if you're standing, you may want to hang on with one arm. Pay attention to your balance. I don't want anybody falling. All right, one more time each side. This is really good for the spine, okay? Now, let's go ahead and do a neck roll. I saw Elaine was feeling that a little bit in her neck. Do gentle circles with your neck, and if you ever feel like an electrical feeling in your neck, go the other direction. Start with little circles. Bear with me a minute, my phone is ringing. Hold on just a minute. It's Rosemary. I don't know whether she's... Let's go ahead and do open and close this. Good morning, Rosemary. Yep, I'm doing exercise class. All right, bye. I just didn't know if she was trying to get on exercise class, so I didn't want to leave her out. Roll those shoulders back. All right. So now we're going to take and we're going to crisscross our arms below, and then we're going to bring them up wherever we feel comfortable. We may not be able to go all the way up yet, but bring them back down and crisscross. Our goal is to crisscross at the bottom and crisscross at the top. Okay, now, if you can do that without a problem, you can march in place. Okay? That way we'll keep our heart rate up. Let's count. Let's do 3 and down. Let's go to 8. 4 and down. 5. I don't hear anybody counting.
6,
6. That's better.
7,
10,
Last one.
8,
8. Feel it getting warmer? I feel it getting warmer. All right. Let's do backward shoulder circles. 1. Everybody count with me. 2, 3, 4. You can march in place if you want. 5, 6, 7,
7,
and 8.
8.
All right, now we're going to take and put our arms out, and we're going to do back shoulder circles, back arm circles. So 1, arms are straight out, and you're just circling your arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now go the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel your shoulders? 4,
yes.
5. Elaine, good thing to stop that one arm. 7, 8. All right, rest your arms, roll the shoulders back, let them relax. All right, now we're gonna anchor our elbows into our sides. Our elbows are bent so our palms are facing up. They're parallel in front of us. We're gonna keep our elbows anchored, and we're gonna bring our hands out to the side. Keep our elbows in, okay? Bring them back in so that they're parallel again. We're gonna inhale on the way out and exhale on the way together. This is stretching out your shoulder rotators. Inhale, exhale for 3. Inhale, count with me. 4,
5,
5,
6,
6, go to 8, 7. This helps keep your shoulder rotators healthy. Last one, and 8. Very good. Rest your arms, roll your shoulders. Okay. All right, the next one we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to crisscross our hand. Our left hand touches our right hip. Then we're bringing it up and over, and we're opening it up to the side. Okay, so it's diagonally up. Go down to your hip again, to the right hip, and up and out. 2. Everybody count. 3, 4, go to 8, 5. Make sure your belly's tight. 6, 7. Last one. 8. Now we're going to do the same thing with the right arm. Right arm to the left hip and up and out over your head. Ready? 2,
2,
3,
3, try to keep that elbow straight. 4, 5, good job, Mrs. Stell. 6, Mr. Joe. 7, and 8. All right, hold the shoulders. Now we're gonna do a double. We're gonna crisscross both hands so that they hit the opposite hips, and then up and out. Like ta-da! Ready? 2, 3, alternate. Each hand goes down over top if you can. 4, 5, we're working on coordination.
6,
5, 6, 7, last one. 8. Very good. Roll those shoulders again. All right, now we're bringing our arms down to our side. I sit out toward the front of my chair so that my hands can go down by my hips and not hit the chair. Okay, then I'm going to crisscross them up and cross my chest. I'm going to open, and then I'm going to switch which arm is on top. Okay, then open and crisscross again. 3, 4, 5. You can march if you want. 7, and 8. All right. Now go ahead and let's grab a drink. It's always good to have a drink with you when you're exercising so that you don't get thirsty. See, right now I'm thirsty, so guess what that means? It means I'm dehydrated. If you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And part of it can be because I'm talking and I'm losing the moisture in my mouth, but still. Okay, we're gonna grab our band. Okay. And Estelle, I'll have to get you another one since your daughter broke yours. You'll have to pretend with me, okay? Even if you can grab a piece of clothing or something.
She has another one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Estelle, you've got one of the loops. So go ahead and put your hand in one of the loops, and you're gonna hang on to the other one. Oh, that's better. Now I can see you. Look how beautiful you are, Mrs. Stell. All right, so put the band over between the thumb and the forefinger. You're gonna hang on to the other band, and you're gonna pull that elbow back. Try to keep the elbow in line with the shoulder. And notice my wrist, I'm not doing anything funky with either wrist. Both wrists remain straight so I don't hurt the wrist. Then relax and pull it back again. 2, everybody count with me. Ready? 3. Good job, Mrs. Stell. Try to lift that right elbow a little bit more, Mrs. Stell. 4, not the left one, the right one. 5, 6, 7, one more. 8. All right, now we're going to switch the other way. The left arm goes out straight. We're going to pull the right arm back to next to our ear. 1, 2. Everybody do your best. Estelle, can you switch and do the other arm?
4.
Bend your other arm, Estelle. 5. Put your right arm out straight, Estelle, and pull your left one back.
7.
8. All right. Rest the arms, roll the shoulders.
Do the opposite. Hold it with this one and then pull that. Okay.
You can work on that later, Mrs. Stell.
Huh? Okay.
All right. Now we're going to anchor our elbows to our side, and we're going to hold the band over the top of both hands, over the top of both palms. Anchor the elbows into your side. Okay, can you see me well enough? Whoops, got my chair on my band. All right. So we're gonna anchor the elbows, and then we've got our hands shoulder width apart. We're gonna keep our elbows in, and we're gonna pull both arms out at the same time, okay? So I'll do it from this side. So I'm just pulling out and in. 3, 4, try to keep those elbows in so the shoulder rotators are doing the work. 4, 5, 6, keep those upper arms against your body. 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. All right, rest the arms, roll the shoulders. All right. Now we're going to take the bands and we're going to wrap them around bring them around the front of your ankles and crisscross them behind your legs.
This one will go.
Oh, Estelle, you're going to have to just put your feet inside that loop.
Okay.
That'll work for you. Put your feet inside your loops.
Okay.
Okay. If you have the bands, once they crisscross behind your legs, I like to bring them in front of my front of my shin so I can bring my bands up between my legs. Okay. All right.
This is tight.
So now that we have our feet kind of tied together, okay, you're going to kick one foot out. You're going to keep your knees together and you're going to kick one foot out in front of you, bring it back, and then kick the other foot out. Notice my knees stay together and I'm just kicking my feet. This strengthens the knees. 3, count with me, the other foot, 4,
That'll work better.
5.
What are you doing, Jackie? I can't see.
I'll just do.
Can't see my feet? Okay, hold on. See what I can do. Don't stand and walk with your band on your feet, no matter whatever you do.
Don't do what Jackie does.
Don't do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Okay, so my band is around my feet. All right, they crisscross around the back. I bring them up around. Estelle she's probably just putting the bands over her feet. She's got a loop. Okay, now I'm keeping my knees together. Okay, and I'm kicking out one foot and in, and then kick out the other foot. Can you see that, Joe?
Yeah.
3, that better? Okay. 4, thank you for letting me know you couldn't see. 5, 6, keep those knees together. The only thing that's moving is the lower leg on the one side. 8,
There you go.
count again. 1, and we'll do 8 on each side. 2, 3, you're tall and proud. 3, 4, thanks, sorry. 5, try to keep your upper body still. 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's unwrap those feet and move the band. Estelle, see if you can bring that band up over your knees, Miss Estelle.
Okay.
See if you can bring it up and bring it above your knees.
That way.
Okay.
You see?
Those of us that have the long skinny bands, we're going to put it over our thighs. We're going to crisscross it behind our legs and hold on to the ends. Notice my knees are together. Okay? You want it kind of snug. Estelle, yours are probably going to be snug whether you want it to be or not. Okay? Now we're going to sit tall and proud. Make sure your shoulders are directly over your hips. Your ears are over your shoulders. So you're tall and proud and tighten that belly. And now we're going to march with our legs in the band. 2, 3, don't move your upper body if you can help it. 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody count with me. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm the headless wonder. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave the band where it is. Okay. We're going to leave our right leg down, and we're going to take our left leg. We're going to pick up the foot and bring it out to the side and back in. Let's do 8 to the same side. Okay. Try to keep your upper body stiff. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you feel working? 5. Can you feel the side of your leg working and your hip working?
Yes.
7, one more, and 8. Now let's anchor our left leg and we're going to bring our right leg out to the side. 1, 2, try to keep your upper body nice and tall and proud. 3, 4, 5, 6, can you feel that in your hips? 7, one more.
8.
All right. Let's go ahead and unwrap our legs, and we're gonna put the band on the back of our chair. Can you get that off okay, Miss Estelle?
Yes,
Okay, just making sure.
okay.
All right, we're gonna take and bring our legs apart. Let me kind of see if I can get my head in here a little bit. So it's not just a talking body. If only I had a real cameraman or camera lady, it really would be helpful. Okay, bring your legs apart, put your hands on the inside of your knees, and we're gonna push with our hands to stretch our inner thighs. And we're gonna be tall and proud, pretend somebody's pulling on your head, and breathe in and out, nice and deep. And exhale. Push out with your arms a little bit more, and exhale. One more nice big deep breath like this. And exhale. All right, let's bring our legs back in and let's march. All right. All right, now we're gonna take and we're gonna, let me put the focus back on my feet again. Okay. Uh-oh, you know what? I never changed out of my slippers this morning.
They're cute.
Luckily, they're very supportive. They've got a great bottom on them, but don't do what I do. All right, so sit tall and proud, belly tight, tailbone tucked forward. So when I say tailbone tucked forward, you're doing bad dog with your tailbone. That protects that lower back, okay? And now we're gonna take and we're gonna raise our heels off the floor and then rock back and lift our toes off the floor. Now, I want you to pay attention to what you're feeling in your shins as you do this. So raise up on your toes, lift up your toes. Up on your toes, lift your toes. 3, 4, you want to feel the stretch in your feet and your shins. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, now go ahead, and if you want to, you can put your hand under your thigh if you want to and lift your leg up, or let that leg do all the work and do back circles. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch feet. Lift the other leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Roll those shoulders one more time. Let's get a drink. And then if you want to stand, if you have got good balance, you can stand. Estelle, I'd rather you stay seated. Miss Elaine, you should stay seated. Stay seated. Okay. If you're staying seated, what I want you to do is I want you to sit out on the front of your chair so just the cheeks of your butt is on your chair. Okay? If you're standing, I want you to stand next to the chair and hang on to the chair. Okay? Ideally, you'll be behind the chair. Okay, so you can have both hands for this one. Okay? And you're going to take and you're going to roll up on your toes and back on your heels. Whether you're sitting or standing, you're going up on your toes and back on your heels. Make sure you hang on to that chair. Let's go 3 and down, 4 and down. Feel those legs working. 5 and down, 6 and down. One more, 7 and down. Very good. All right. Now you're going to take, and you're just going to take, and you're going to curl your toes up and lift your toes off the ground. So these are my toes. These are my toes. I'm curling and lifting. Curling, this is your toes, and lifting. You can do your hands at the same time if you want. Curl and lift and curl. How do your toes feel when you're doing this? 3. What's the difference you feel in your toes? 5. 1 more. 6. Is anybody else's toes getting really warm?
Yeah.
My toes always get really warm when I do that. I love the feeling of it. Now, if you're seated and you're out at the front of your chair, actually, everybody, why don't you all sit and do this one with me, okay? We're going to sit at the front of our chair, okay? And you're going to hold that belly in tight. You're going to tip that tailbone forward. You're going to put the left leg out in front, okay? Fold the hands, rest them on the right thigh. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pull that toe back toward our nose as far as we can. Try to keep your back up straight. I'm not leaning back and I'm not leaning forward. And I'm just pulling that toe back as far as I can to feel the stretch in the back of the calf. Okay? My leg just disappears on this dark floor. I apologize. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. I can be smaller than that. Watch this. Maybe. I have a white carpet here. Well, not white, but light colored carpet here. Maybe that'll work better. There, I'll do it that way. We'll be a talking body again. Pull the toe back toward the nose, okay? Tall and proud, belly tight, tailbone tucked. Pull that toe back towards your nose. Then relax the leg, hold the hands, put it on the thigh. With a straight back, you're gonna bring your chest towards your thigh. Feel that wonderful stretch down the back of that leg, never to the point of pain. But you wanna feel that stretch all the way down the back of that leg. If you can't go very far, try kind of tapping the front of your left thigh and see if you can get that to relax so that the back of the leg will stretch a little bit more, okay? Take that left hand and stretch down and see how close you're getting to your toes, okay?
Much fat in between.
And then slowly come back up. Make sure you breathe as you do that. We're gonna switch to the other side. I'm gonna bring another chair in here so I can do the other side and you can still see me. Okay. All right. Tall and proud, belly tight, tailbone tucked. Okay. Ooh, I'm not far enough out from the chair. Can't quite see my foot this way, but we're trying. Pull the toe back toward the nose. Feel the stretch in the back of that calf, right back in here. Okay. Rest the hand on the bent left leg. Now bring your chest towards your thigh. Oh, that feels good.
Ooh, that hurts.
Don't go to the point of pain, Joe. You just go to the point where you feel it tight. If you feel it real tight, tap on the front of that thigh and get that front of that thigh to relax so that the back can relax a little bit more, okay? Go a little bit lower with each exhale if you can. Reach down with that right hand, see how close you're getting to your toes. You're trying to get an improvement to your toes. You may not be able to reach your toes, but as long as you're getting a little bit more than you did before, that's what you want to do. All right. Now, everybody take, whoops, we got a talking body again. All right. So what I want everybody to do now is I want you to take, we're gonna work on some reverse squats. So we're gonna stand, we're gonna sit on our chair out toward the front of our chair. So just our tushies on the chair. You're gonna have your feet shoulder width apart, right? So my feet are shoulder width apart. And I'm looking down and making sure my knees and my toes are pointed the same direction, okay? Now, if you have trouble getting out of the chair, sit back just a tad so you can put your hands between your legs, okay? And everybody, I want you to look down and I want you to imagine an imaginary line that go between your toes. You're gonna take your nose and you're gonna look and put your nose over that imaginary line between your toes, okay? And you're gonna take and you're gonna switch your weight to your heels and you're gonna push through your heels to get your bottom off the chair. And then come back down, okay? And the same thing, nose over toes, weight on the heels, lift the bottom off the chair. Now, when you do that, as you're going up, I want you to squeeze that tushy as hard as you can. Okay, let's go. Ready? Nose over toes, weight on the heels, push up, squeeze the tushy, and back down. Okay, same thing, nose over toes, squeeze the tushy, weight through the heels, push through the heels. 3. And again. 4. This is what's going to help you stay independent. 5, really push through those heels. Try to have your nose is over your toes, but you're not looking down, because when you go to stand up, you need to be looking up. Okay? So as you do nose over toes, you're leaning forward and then you're looking up so that you go up, because your body will go where your eyes are looking. Okay? Nose over toes and lift. Okay? We'll say 5, 6, go to 8, 7, squeeze that tushy as you're going up, and last one, 8. Now, when you're doing that, and your knees hurt, what I have to do is I have to kind of adjust how far apart my legs are, so that way the pressure goes on my knees in a place that I don't feel pain. Okay? That's a really good exercise to do. All right, so now we're going to take and we're going to sit tall and proud. Get over here so I'm over the weight carpet again.
Well, no, you picked up that tall and proud.
Yeah. I'm going to bend my left leg so it's slightly bent. Get this one out of the way so you can't see it. Okay, it's slightly bent. And now I'm going to straighten the leg. And when I straighten the leg, it's going to make that thigh muscle tighten up. I want to hold that in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I relax the knee, which relaxes the quadricep. Okay? It's again slightly bent. Now I'm going to straighten that knee and tighten that quadricep. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now, if you get lower back pain when you do that, make sure you tighten your belly to start with. Tip that tailbone, then straighten the knee and tighten that quadricep. Okay? 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Straighten and tighten. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Tighten. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Straighten and tighten. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Let's switch to the other leg. Okay, we're switching to the left leg, or to the right leg, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, belly tight, tailbone tucked. You okay, Pat?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Leg is a little bit bent. Straighten that leg, which allows you to tighten up that quadricep. Push that muscle and see how it feels tightened up, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Straighten and tighten. 2, 3, 5. Relax. Tighten. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Tighten. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. One more. Tighten. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. It's a good thing I didn't do exercise outside this morning. It's pouring.
Yeah.
At least it is here. All right. All right, last one we're going to do is we're going to do some leg lifts. If you're standing, I want you to stand next to it. Actually, we'll all do them seated. We'll do them seated. That's fine. Bring the leg out to the front. Left leg out straight in the front. Belly tight, tailbone tucked. Raise that foot up and lower it back down. 2 and down. 3. Try to keep that back. Try to keep the upper body stationary. 5, 6, 7, feel that leg working. 8, relax down, switch to the other leg. Ready? Tall and proud, belly tight, tailbone tucked. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, 6. Put both legs out and shake them out. All right. You guys are doing a good job this morning.
Thank
All right. The last one we're going to do is we're going to do some balance. If you wanted, everybody knows they need to challenge themselves when it comes to balance. If you need to challenge yourself by standing up, that's fine. I'm going to do it seated today. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit out toward the front of my chair. Okay. And I am going to take, and I am going to lean over to one side and put all my weight on my right leg. My left leg is up in the air, okay? And I am going to then take, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to go up on my toes. And I am trying to lift this cheek up, and I'm just trying to rest on just the toes of my right foot and my right cheek. And you're just going to try to work on your own balance, okay? I don't want to do the standing balance because I got people that have fall issues here, so I want to be careful. Okay, everybody challenge yourself. I see Pat, I see Val doing things that challenge yourself, and Diane. All right, let's go and switch to the other side. Lean over to the left hip. If you can, go up onto just the left toes. Raise that other foot out of the way so it's not doing any work. And then if you need to, you kind of move your arms around. You can kind of throw your balance off a little bit. Okay. We all look kind of funny, just in case you're wondering.
you too.
Woo!
No fall.
Thank you, Mrs. Stell. That means you love me. All right. Time for us to do our joint check cool down. So we're going to go back. We're going to sit back down, and we're going to start painting again. This time we're going to paint with the right hand and the left leg. So dip them in the can of paint and start painting with one foot and the opposite hand. That works balance too, doesn't it?
Yes. Thank God.
We're working on coordination. We're working on balance. Make little circles with it with both your hands and your legs. Can you get your hand going one way and your feet going the other? Woo! All right, let's switch to the other hand and leg. I heard an ouch. Everybody
sorry.
okay?
Yeah, it's just I pulled something too fast.
You don't want to pull anything. All right, can you make the motions big? All right, let's paint with our nose. Dip your nose in the paint. Now paint with your nose. Careful with your neck.
Yeah.
It feels good to move your neck in all different directions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now paint with your tongue. Stick your tongue in the paint. This time it's chocolate ice cream. Stick your tongue in and paint with your tongue. All right, paint with your left ear. Dip your ear in. Paint with your left ear.
Oh, yeah.
All right, paint with your right ear. Dip it in the paint and then paint. Boy, do we have some strange shapes. All right, now we're gonna paint with our knuckles. So dip your knuckles in the paint and paint with your knuckles. Imagine what that feels like. Your knuckles are wet. All right, dip your the back of your fingernails, the top of your fingernails in the paint. Okay, so you're actually painting with the flat part of your fingernails. So you're kind of rubbing them on. I'm really trying to get you to picture a lot of different things in your brain to wake up your brain and to make it think of all different kinds of things. All right, now let's dip our palms in the paint and just plaster your handprints all over the place. Go make believe you're in the middle of a barrel and you're painting your handprints on the inside of that barrel all the way around. All right, relax those arms down. Let's wash our hands. Get all that paint off. Wash our arms. Let's get all the paint off of our body. Wipe our face. Wipe off your knees. Wipe off your shins. Wipe off your... We had paint splatter everywhere, in case you're wondering. We were messy painters. All right, sit back and relax. You guys worked hard this morning. You did a good job. So go ahead and inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Relax those shoulders. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. With the next breath, I want you to think relaxing thoughts. Think about relaxing as deeply as you can. One more breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now go ahead and continue to breathe slowly and deeply, noticing yourself getting more and more relaxed. Let all your tension melt away. Close your eyes if you want to. Imagine yourself sitting in a comfortable chair on the bank of a river. It's a beautiful day. The sky is blue. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. See the river flowing slowly and peacefully by. And concentrate for a moment on the slow, gentle movement of the water. Imagine the feeling of the nice warm sun just hitting your body and just warming you up and making you feel peaceful and safe and comfortable. As you watch the river, you notice a canoe slowly moving on the water. The paddles are moving slowly and quietly, pushing the canoe along in the gentle flow of the water. Keep breathing nice and easy. Let the shoulders relax. You see a family of ducks with the mother and her babies paddling along in a line. Along the bank of the river are some wildflowers. They're colorful and in full bloom. And butterflies move from one group to another and add to the color that you see. You sit quietly for some time, just enjoying the beauty of nature and the peacefulness in this small corner of the world. You can go back to this small corner of the world whenever you want to and just take the time to just imagine the scenery. Breathe and relax. When you're ready, open your eyes and take a nice inhale and raise your arms up over the head. Exhale and bring the arms back down. This time, bring your arms up and wrap them around you. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself, I am happy and I'm healthy and relaxed.
Healthy, relaxed.
Open, change the arms the other way and say, I am healthy and I am safe.
Healthy and safe.
Relax. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm so glad you're each here. I'm proud of you for taking the time and doing the workout. And I hope your bodies feel better and your emotions and your mind feel better than when we started. I love you.